Greets everybody. This may or may not be a short psalm for today because I just had a warning on my phone of a dust storm that could erupt any moment in this neighborhood, it said. All I see is dark clouds and a little bit of lightning at the moment, but if I need to tuck and run, I will. This week we're talking about Psalm 37 in relationship to grit, endurance, stamina, bounce back ability, overcoming attitudes, etc. Last week I put out a pre-sponse, I call it. Instead of a response to what's already been said, I call it a pre-sponse. What would you recommend that we study in relationship to this topic? My good buddy Jackie Talent said Psalm 37 has always been good for me. I said, all right, let's roll with Psalm 37. First of all, let's begin with grit. What is grit? A lady named Duckworth et al. In 2007 sort of has the preeminent study. They might call it a seminal study in grit. Her definition after her research is that grit is effort and interest over time. Effort and interest over time. Ready? Despite failure, adversity, and plateaus in progress. Each of these can be diagnosed and studied in its own studies. The word effort. What is effort? Effort, putting your pedal to the metal, putting your straining toward what is ahead, Paul said. Effort is physical movement. Effort is psychological determination, etc. But the effort to be grit has to be directed toward an interest. So grit is this effort, this expenditure of energy towards something of great interest to you. Effort and interest. Thirdly, it is measured over time. So if you put great effort and towards your great interest for 30 seconds, this is not grit. That's a wonderful 30 seconds. Grit is effort and interest over time. Now, it's also effort, interest over time, despite failure. Perhaps something in your life has failed. Something around you has failed. Something within you may have failed. In fact, in one way or the other, we have all failed from time to time. Effort and interest over time, despite failure. The famous sentence, which I've never been able to find data that kind of supports or denies it, is how many times Edison tried the light bulb before it worked. I've heard 500 times, 700 times. I've heard all these numbers. None of us know the exact number. At least I don't know the exact number. But he had grit. He kept going. Effort and interest over time despite failure. Despite adversity. When things are adverse, they are going against you. You might call it an adverse wind when the wind is blowing in your face. And an airplane, you might call it a tailwind when it's behind you. But when it's blowing at you, we could call it adversity. Adversity is roadblocks to your pathway. Adversity are potholes in your progress. Despite failure, despite adversity, and despite plateaus in progress. So there's failure in progress, there's adversity in progress, and there are plateaus to progress. Plateaus are those flat spaces where you're neither going up nor down. Your progress is just stalled, so to speak. It is plateaued. The topic of the week is how Psalm 37 might help us when we face these adverse experiences, when we face failure and we face plateaus. All of this over time. It says in Psalm 37, as we mentioned yesterday, do not fret because of those who are evil, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like green plants, they will soon die away. Where does the grit come in? Verse 3, trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. In other words, don't get your eyes off of who you are and onto the evildoer. Don't get your eyes off of your character and your integrity onto those who are evil or those who do wrong. Again, remember, we are talking about effort and interest over time, despite failure and despite adversity and despite plateaus. So what is your job when you have those things? What is my job? The psalmist says it is our responsibility to trust in the Lord. That's fairly easy to do, I would say. We can say, I trust you, Lord. I trust you, Lord. I believe in you. I trust you. My trust is in you. The hard part, when there's evildoers, is to continue to do good. If you're like me and somebody hits you, you want to hit them back. Or, like I would be kind of a bad, persecuted church guy, because these people are facing slaughter, martyrdom, and they're saying, hold it, let me pray for you while you kill me. I'd be like, does anybody have a gun? I want to protect myself. But the Bible is clear. It says, don't worry, don't fret, don't get, my dad would say, don't get hot under the collar, don't get incensed, don't get fiery and angry. Trust in the Lord and do good. Now, what good do you normally do? What is your natural tendency towards doing good? Then, when evildoers succeed, when those who do wrong succeed, trust in the Lord and do that good that you normally would do. Just keep doing the good that you normally would do. And I think it is important for us to not get our eyes off of God and get our eyes off of His glory and His presence, but to keep our eyes on Him, trust in the Lord. So, Lord, I trust you with this. I trust you that God is too wise to be mistaken. God is too good to be unkind. Lord, I trust you. I put my trust in you. I trust you with this diagnosis. I trust you with this outcome. I trust you with this disappointment. I trust you with this joy. I trust you with this success. Lord, I trust you, and I'm going to keep doing good. I don't know which is more likely to take us out of doing good, great failure or great success. I'm not exactly sure. I've seen people that the more they succeed, the less good they want to do. They want to guard it and protect it and shoot people who try to take it. And so for all of you that wonder, I do not have a gun in my house. So if you break in, you will not get shot. My friend said, what are you going to do, butter knife them? Right? God's my protector, not my pistol, right? I'm not saying you need to have that view, but I'm saying for me, I trust God with my health. I trust God with my protection. I trust God with that. So in the process, do not fret. You have grit. Do not worry. You have grit. Do not get your eyes on evildoers. You have grit. Do not get your eyes on those who do wrong. You have grit. Because grit that you have is effort and interest over time, despite failure, adversity, and plateaus in progress. And dear friends, it might be a wonderful day for you to say it right out.